getting ready, gathering, reviewing our week. Look at all the things we've done this week. Hi, Lib. You're very prompt. Hi, Vicky.
I like our calming openings.
I know.
Very
We're just soothing.
Especially for us.
Hi,
The
Kay.
first time we take a breath.
This is the very first time we've had one moment today. You guys create a break in our day.
Yes.
Look what's going on this board. It looks like somebody else has done some prep work today. You're going to be the one in...
Are you ready for me?
Let's turn it
I'm looking
around.
for Katie's mask.
Oh, hello. Oh, now you can show them your real mask because you got
Oh, yeah, no, I did a little preview yesterday.
There.
I lose them if they don't stay around my
She
neck.
made the
So
cutest.
I just wear this one around my neck and then I don't lose it.
Do hide and seek and find her other
it.
mask.
Look at, and Joyce's prep.
Hello, we're ready.
She's always prepped because she always, Joyce is prepped if she has her cookie tray.
Yes, I don't leave home without it.
Her cookie tray is always a work of art.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that.
All right. So guess who's going to be the speaker today?
Partial speaker.
Joyce. Joyce has done a lot of prep today. Okay, so yesterday I did the wonderful, let's turn you back around. We'll give it back to Katie.
So
There we
kind
go.
of
Okay,
wonderful.
Yeah.
let's get Kathy
Yeah.
back in front.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we've been doing So Kind of Wonderful all week, and we've had a really good week of it. We got our wedding ring blocks underway. I've got 2 of them made. The other 2 did not get finished, but they are ready to go.
It's the weekend.
It's the weekend. We'll see if I sew. And then we did our pumpkins, and we did our dragon glass.
That feels like it was so long ago.
Doesn't it?
I know. Can you believe that was all this week?
No?
That was all this week. You guys keep us busy.
Yes.
So today we have to bring back our friend, the AccuQuilt, because the AccuQuilt does the wedding ring very differently than how I did the wedding ring yesterday. So remember yesterday we had a lot of curves that were not cut to, they didn't allow for seam allowance, and so we had a lot of distortion of our blocks, and we needed to trim up at multiple points in the process. Today we're going to see the AccuQuilt way. So come on over here, Ms. Joyce.
All right, here we come. So, Kathy's a little relieved because it's Friday.
Yay!
Katie, Kathy, and I are really
We're looking forward to our weekend.
Yeah, so she's actually relieved that I'm not making her sew today.
I know. I don't have to sew. I just get to sit. It's really nice. I'm her cheerleader.
She is. She's
Go, Joyce.
all right. So we're just going to talk you through this today because they do have an alternative. They have their double wedding ring, and so actually Tina at our shop made this beautiful little table topper with a double wedding ring. So she did 4 of them together, and it created this. And we didn't happen to have this particular die in the shop. So Joyce Mattis, thank you so much for letting us borrow yours.
And it's the only die our Joyce doesn't have at home.
Not really, but yeah.
It's one of the few Joyce doesn't have at home, and I just have to tell you that when Joyce preps for her presentation, she does a lot more work. She did them all last night, all of this and all of this, after leaving the shop at 6 o'clock.
Something like that.
She's and she's still
A busy
smiling.
bee, a busy
And
bee.
she's still smiling. That's the best part about you.
We're all busy bees. So, so this is actually the double wedding ring die that Joyce was so great. The other Joyce, she calls herself Joyce number 1. So this is the double wedding ring die. So it has the individual pieces. So the difference between what Kathy was working with the So Kind of Wonderful and the Quick Curve Ruler is that you made strip sets, right? And
Right.
then you cut them down and then adjusted from there. So this one you're actually going to be sewing your pieces together, but the pieces are actually cut to size, and they went together beautifully, so I was really tickled about that. But you'll see that it has the middle piece here. It has what they call the football that goes in the middle, and then these 3 pieces here comprise the rings of the quilt. This piece right here is actually, they recommend you cutting out a piece of paper and measuring it against what you pieced together right here. But I thought, wouldn't it be cool, I talked to Kathy about this today, wouldn't it be cool if you, instead of piecing that arc together, if maybe you use like an ombre fabric
be
or something
beautiful.
really neat,
That'd be
and
really beautiful.
you wouldn't have to piece that strip together. You just cut it out and slap it on with your squares on the corners and put it around. I think it would be really
I think
fun.
you need to do that this weekend. You need to make a full-size
Yes.
quilt with an ombre. I will
Who-
give you fabric.
Who needs to sleep? Who needs
Everyone's asking if you ever sleep. That's
She does not. She does not. I asked her this morning when she came in and she had all this done. I said, "Did you go to bed at 3?" And she goes, "Not quite." I think it was 2 in the morning. This woman is.
It's Friday though. I can sleep tonight.
That's what she said. I can sleep tonight. I think that's what the weekend is for.
Yeah. This particular die set, it comes. Oops. See, look. There's a surprise.
oh, that was surprising.
A surprise! So there are 2 dies to this set, and of course 2 tones, so you can tell the difference. But again, the wonderful thing about AccuQuilt, whenever they have anything curved, is that you have notches, right, ladies?
Yes.
Notches.
Okay. We have notches on there, and they really, every time I was sewing, they just. Thank you, Katie. You're so good at this.
Notches.
Yeah.
Notches. And
Everywhere.
they all match up. All the notches match.
All the notches match. So let me put this one down. So when you are making this, let me just put this down.
Okay.
You can hold that. Okay. All right. So this is what we cut out. We cut out the center section right here, which is this. I chose this cute little bee fabric because we are the QBs.
I love these fabrics.
So here is the center piece, right? And then you're going to have, of course, we have our little, they call it the football piece that is going to fit right in here. But these other pieces are a little different. So you cut out squares, and the squares are actually these, the points of your rings, okay? So you just need 2 per football, all right? So you need those. And then these shapes right here, you might actually be able to tell better on the die. I don't know if you can or not. Let me get the die so you can see. But you'll see that this one has 4 notches on it. So the 4 notches are the 3 in the middle. So you'll need 6 per football. And then a ring, we'll call it a ring. It sounds
I think
nicer.
football is pretty cute, though.
Okay,
It is a
all right.
football shape.
All right, it's a football. These squares again are just going to be on your ends, okay? Now you have these other pieces right here with just 1 notch on it. That one, these go on the side. So you'll see that there is a notch right here that's going to join this one, but because this is a square with a straight edge, that side goes up next to there. And you'll see that this one goes the other direction, straight edge with a notch that matches on that side. So see how they're not the same? So, but the lovely thing is when you're fan folding your fabric to cut these out, you get them both. You get them both. So everything else is symmetrical. So feel free to fan fold to cut these out. That's all you need to make this double wedding ring quilt. All right, so the way this goes together, like we said, you're going to sew, you're going to start sewing your units of, let me take these off. Okay, so you're going to have the 3 in the middle and the 2 on the sides, and you'll sew them together. Look how nicely that goes together.
It's perfect. And
Yeah.
no trimming, no alteration. You get the finished piece, really. It's perfect.
gratifying.
And it's
very
also
gratifying.
one difference between this one and what we were doing. As you can see, mine is a little more oblong. Hers
Right,
makes
right.
a pure.
Oh, she's destroying
Oh!
my
I'm pointing with your word. Hers makes actually a perfect circle. So
Yes,
hers
different
is the
style.
true. Hers is a true wedding ring. This is more of a
Modern,
stylized, more modern. Yeah,
metro
more modern.
rings.
Metro rings.
Yeah,
rings.
metro ring. It's a metro ring as opposed to a
Metro
wedding
ring.
ring, but it certainly gives the same look and feel.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. So they're both beautiful. This one, once you get that arc done, you're going to sew it to this football piece right here in the middle. And see how you have, can you see that, Katie? There is a what is that, ladies?
Notch.
A notch. We have this notch that's going to meet that notch, and it's just like all the other curve piecing that we've been doing this week, is that you're just going to start sewing from the tip and meet the notch in the middle and go to the end. And then, so once those 2 units are joined, then you're going to take this other unit, which was exactly the same, so it's the same, but you're going to attach those 2 squares to the end, okay? So do you see how that's, the only difference is that it has those 2 squares on the end? So once this is joined, then it's going to be big enough to accommodate this piece. You sew that in the same way, and then you have your
For football.
Okay, so then you're just going to make 4 of them. So here's our last, oh, that's where I got these from. Where did these squares come from? So this would make a complete unit. Whoop. I know, technical difficulties here. So isn't that cute?
It's so cute.
Very
I love your
gratifying.
fabric.
Very gratifying. So
I was
that's
really
it.
impressed.
So that's it for the double wedding ring quilt. For AccuQuilt, easy, right?
Super easy.
Yep, yep.
So there's a little bit more piecing,
Yes.
but there's no trimming. There's no squaring up.
When you're done, you're done.
So for those of you who were struggling, I know Barb Nickel, you in particular.
She said she's going back to AccuQuilt. She already said she's like, I'm abandoning Metro rings.
Well, Barb, you can actually. I loved Kathy's technique yesterday because I'm having a feeling that possibly your Metro rings might be a little wonky. And you remember how she took her ruler and she just slapped it down on top of there? First she like wonked it out, and then she slapped it down on there, and it was perfect. There it is. There it is, right?
That's true.
Don't
You
give up.
gotta,
You gotta muscle.
You gotta take control
That's
of your
right.
fabric. Don't let it
Take
push
charge.
you around.
Take charge, right?
You can
You're in
definitely
control.
tell it's Friday. It
Yeah.
is Friday.
Right.
So how much is the double wedding ring die?
Okay, it is $99.99 for the die. And actually, I just found out this one is an 11.5-inch die. That's what they say it is. Which we decided that it's from. It's so hard to see on here.
Well, from here. Oh yeah, the size of the football is 11 inches, but from here to here,
Like 16 and a half, or-
Yeah,
yeah.
it ended up being 16, I think.
16, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the real size of it. But they also have another one that's 12.5 inches. So it's a little bit bigger. It's for those of you who have the Go Big Electric. That's the only machine that'll fit on. It's quite a good size. So
Right.
there are 2 options. But
Do you know what the price is on the bigger one?
It's the same price. Isn't that something?
That
And I
is.
think the reason why, Katie, is because it's all on one die. They have that the block. It's like a big block.
Oh,
So
it's
they
a
have-
block on board for
right.
the
So
for the
they
big one.
have all of the shapes on one die as opposed to this one that has the two
That
different
makes
ones.
sense.
Yeah. So
Cool.
they're the same price, $99.99.
Well, and then Joyce and I also talked this morning, and we thought it would be
yes.
really cool.
What do you guys think?
And so Joyce was thinking she only wanted one. She might just make one circle, and I said, Joyce, why don't I use my circle ruler? So use my circle ruler that we went with last week, and cut a circle the size 1 inch smaller than this one, and then inset this in a square background so she could have a square pillow, and she really liked that idea. So I might do that for
I
her.
love
I know. I
that.
thought it was really fun.
love that.
So we just have
So
circles
cute.
abounding everywhere.
Because we can do it.
We can.
We can do it.
can.
All right.
They're not intimidating anymore.
No. So there were a couple of questions about products that we showed earlier this week. One of them was what were the colors that are in the rainbow cake faucet? And you can see it better on this in the jelly roll. I could open one of the layer cakes, but these are all the different colors. So it's got the red, blue, green. It really is a rainbow, a beautiful assortment. This is a very nice collection. The 10-inch squares are also available to do the dragon scale.
Dragon glass.
Dragon glass. Sorry, dragon scale.
That one, way down there.
Yeah, way
That one.
down there. That one. Yeah. And then the other thing was that there was a book that also uses the mini ruler. So we talked about the One Wonderful Curve for the big ruler. Oh, Katie, you're getting really
Look at her.
good.
She's
So this
like
is for
an
the
octopus.
big ruler, and then this one is for the little ruler. And I know you guys we've got a great interest
Yeah,
in
look at her.
these.
Keep holding. Isn't that cute though? I was just wondering what
It
other
is.
cute. There's a lot of cute. Look at that.
Yeah, there are a lot of really fun projects in
Yeah.
it, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the 2 books. And then,
Oh, I
Katie,
love
if you
that
just
one.
want to do a quick little scan down here, there are also a lot of freestanding patterns. If you just look up So Kind of Wonderful, we can get any of their patterns for you. These are a few that we have in stock, but there are lots of varieties available, and they all come with really good instructions about how you lay that ruler down on your fabric, because every quilt is different. The ruler does not line up the same for each pattern. So just some things to think about.
Lovely. These are all $10.50 each.
Oh my gosh. And then, okay, my icon never did make it back into the classroom, but I do have some very exciting news for you. Icon owners, the Creative Grand Dream Hoop came in. It's 10 inches by 10 inches square. It is an awesome size. The price on it is $269, but BOF has a special this month of May that is 20% off.
Sweet.
So
Sweet.
it's a great time to buy it. I know, Camille, you were looking for
Yes,
one.
finally here.
So anyway, this is a great size, great for quilting in the hoop. So getting a square hoop is really nice. So that is here, and I think we're ready for a weekend.
We were going to keep it short and sweet, right,
Yes.
Miss Katie?
That's it.
Short and sweet.
That's it.
It's Fun Friday. That's
Fun
it.
Friday. That's right. It's Fun Friday. So we will see you guys back on Monday. You have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you for joining us. We love
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, we'll
Well-
talk to you soon. Bye.